A mother of two who says she was permanently disabled in a crash during a police pursuit is now suing Holyoke and West Springfield in federal court, arguing officers should have called off the chase.
Western Mass News reporter Addie Patterson joins us live tonight from West Springfield with more details on this lawsuit. Addie.
Chris and Amanda, the lawsuit was filed by Yorani Louisa, her husband, and her two children. Together, the family is seeking more than $7 million in damages. Court documents show that back on November 5th, 2025, Holyoke police began chasing 37-year-old Carlos Maldonado of Springfield along Riverdale Street here in West Springfield around 9 a.m. The lawsuit says Maldonado was known to be armed with a stolen gun and was wanted on 2 outstanding warrants and was under a be on the lookout alert. The suit claims 2 Holyoke and West Springfield police officers chased him for miles, even through an active construction zone before Maldonado drove into oncoming traffic and slammed into Louisa's vehicle. Investigators say she was knocked unconscious and trapped until firefighters used the jaws of life to free her. The lawsuit says she was hospitalized and was in a coma for about 3 weeks. The suit, which was filed back in April, claims Louisa is still recovering from severe permanent injuries, including a traumatic brain injury, spinal injuries, broken bones, and internal injuries. In their responses, Holyoke and West Springfield both deny liability. Holyoke acknowledges Maldonado was involved in a crash, but disputes the allegations and raises multiple defenses, including claims of governmental immunity. West Springfield also denies any wrongdoing. Both are requesting jury trials. Western Mass News has reached out to Louisa's attorney for comment on this lawsuit, but we have not yet heard back. Coming up here later tonight on Western Mass News at 10 and 11, we'll dig deeper into this case and the claims that are being made. For now, reporting live in West Springfield, Addie Patterson, Western Mass News.